Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So this is another quick video, if you will, on the Biden administration dropping the hammer on Russia. So we all saw what happened this morning. At least when you guys woke up, you saw that Biden dropped more sanctions on Russia, including kicking out 10 diplomats from DC. Now, the reasoning for him dropping the hammer on Russia was because of the interference with the 2020 election, which there's been no proof. Keep in mind, when anybody talks about how the election was stolen, you're a kook, you're crazy, you're an asshole. But you can sit there and continue to blame Russia for some shit you have no proof of. That's a side note. They also had something called the SolarWinds cyber attacks. That's where they hacked into Microsoft's Exchange program, into the email program, and the virus, if you will, sat there for a week collecting data. Right? And then he also dropped the hammer on them, or the sanctions on them, because of the whole Crimea occupation. So those are three things and the reason why he dropped the hammer. Now, here's my dilemma. Anyway, I don't know about yours, but I know about mine. My dilemma is this needed to happen. Russia is the enemy. I said this in my last video. I'm saying it now. I don't care what your thought process or what your thought are on Biden. We all know I don't like him. You guys don't like him. But this was absolutely the right move. Fuck Russia. Fuck them in every sense of the word. No backing them up. No giving them room. This was a good fucking move. If this leads to war, so fucking be it, guys. Unfortunately, Russia's been itching for this war for a long time. And some of you are going to sit there and say, well, why give it to them? Because they want it. And you can't back down from a fight. As far as nuclear goes, guys, nuclear is always on the table. Always. There's no getting around a possible nuclear war. Now, a lot of people seem to think that there won't be nuclear war because it's just going to lead to total devastation. Absolutely right. Keep in mind, Russia has thousands of nuclear arms. We have thousands of nuclear arms. The UK, France, India, China, Japan, we all have a lot of nuclear warheads. So launching them at each other is doing a disservice to the entire human race. So maybe they understand that, and that's why they're not going to do that. But we're definitely going to get in some kind of fight with Russia. So we have to be ready for that. And we have to be ready for a possible nuclear attack. Not saying that it's going to happen, but the possibility is there. It's on the table. And when you have the North Korean kooks kooking it out up in North Korea, saying crazy shit, you got to be ready for it, right? Do we all hope it doesn't happen? Absolutely. But nonetheless, guys, it's on the table. Now, the 10 diplomats were kicked out of DC. They also kicked out a diplomat whose title was, I have to read this, the representative of Russian intelligence service. So that title being read in the article, I guess, is a big to-do. Now, obviously, Putin's not going to sit on this. He's not going to just take it and be like, you know what? Okay, he's probably going to put more sanctions on us. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, he's probably going to, I think they kicked out all of our diplomats in their country anyway. So I don't know how many more sanctions he could drop on us. Maybe some oil restrictions. I don't know. After that, there's not much more for him to do other than pick a fight. And that's with the Ukraine. This could absolutely push him into attacking Ukraine faster. Nonetheless, guys, this needed to happen. Again, I don't care what, we all know what we all think about Biden. But at this point, that was a good move. At this point, I would absolutely back him for this move. And back him being an American citizen. Not like I'm going to show up at the White House with, a sign, go Biden. No, not that. I'm just saying that this was something that needed to be done. But Russia needed a spanking because they are getting besides themselves. Putin's getting besides himself. Putin thinks he's his greatest hero to earth, let alone his country. So this had to happen, and this is something we are going to need to watch very, very closely because this can absolutely spark a war. All right, so we're definitely going to see some ground fighting with the Ukraine and Russia very soon. As far as Taiwan goes, The U.S. is backing Taiwan like we're supposed to against China. So China doesn't like that move as well. So I'm pretty sure the Chinese and the Russians, as we speak, are talking about what to do or what's their next move. Obviously, they're trying to keep the retarded kid, North Korea, out of the way and just, throwing a ball and like, go get it, stupid, and keeping them there and keeping them at bay until they need them. Which, if they use North Korea, guys, North Korea is going to be the one to set off nuclear war, because China is going to unleash them and then claim they knew nothing about it. Right? So, other than that, guys, this is a pretty short video. I just wanted to get that out because we see what's going on. It's getting crazy, and it's getting crazier from day to day. Day to day. Now, don't get me wrong. Growing up in the 80s, I remember that we were always at war with Russia, the Cold War. But it was at any given moment we were going to go to a nuclear war. We went through this already. But I think it's a little more serious now because we have a couple more players on the field. That player being North Korea, right? And China. They're a bigger superpower now than they were back in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s. So those two players are now on the field. That changes the game a little more now than just us and Russia, right? So guys, we have to keep our ear to the ground. We got to keep abreast of what's going on with this whole thing and see where it's going. I know some of you are going to say move out of all major cities. Impossible. Yes, myself, I can move out, but the rest of us who live here can't. And yes, New York City will probably be hit. But keep in mind, guys, it's not going to be one nuclear missile. It's going to be many, right? And it'll be hundreds. So we have to keep that in mind, that it's going to be hundreds peppering the entire country. So keep that in mind if it goes nuclear. I hope it doesn't. I hope it just boots on ground kind of fighting. It's easy for me to say because I'm too old to serve, but I hope it stays at that level. Because if it stays nuclear, all bets are off, guys. Anyway, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on the Angry Prepper channel. Like and subscribe to that, and like and subscribe to the Angry Truth channel. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.